Welcome back, everyone, to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me today, I have Connor.
Hello there.
Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Yella.
Good day.
And Blake.
Hey, everybody.
And today we are, of course, returning to a reason for insanity.
Had to do it,
But, you know, I don't quite remember what happened last. Connor, can you catch me up?
So in the last 2 chapters, Sonic was captured and brought back to the mental asylum, and Blaze got Shattuck back. Then while in the mental asylum, Sonic tried to have surgery to get Silver, the centipede, removed from his body, but they could not remove Silver, so Silver is still in there. And then, at the end of the last chapter, Sonic broke out of the mental asylum and took all the other patients with him and are now going to Blaze's house to get Shattuck back and get revenge.
I realized that not only did I not remember the events of the last 2 chapters, I didn't want to remember the events of the last 2
It's
chapters.
almost like you repressed them or something.
I didn't want to remember that at all.
You know, hearing you describe the events of last chapter honestly makes me feel like I have the chapter title, Brain Damage.
Exactly.
Nice. Good segue.
Yeah, smooth.
Like butter.
Chapter 21, Brain Damage. Sonic chuckled and transformed into Black Doom before barging into the house. Blaze ran over to see who it was, though she had a pretty good idea. Seeing Black Doom, her eyes narrowed and she summoned flames.
Oh, she didn't turn into a plane for this?
She had a pretty good idea like that.
Yeah, who else
might
would
it
barge
be?
into your house?
Yeah. Honestly, if they wanted more views on the story, they probably, since she turns into a plane, could have made it like an Ace Combat crossover.
Oh, I would have said
nice.
JJ the Jet Plane.
Yeah, that too.
Wow, 2 opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah, one great show and one awful game.
Yeah. I won't let you abuse him again, she said. Black Doom smiled. He let out a blast of dark energy that knocked Blaze to the floor.
Wink.
Smiling, he grabbed Shattuck. When he looked up, a plane was
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you did
You
it
asked
too soon.
for it.
again!
He
You
summoned
tested fate and you got it.
She summoned
Yeah.
she summoned flames, being like, hey, I'm gonna use this power that I have in the Sonic cannon, but nope, airplane.
Right.
use
Well, I
it
mean,
in
the
your fucking
flames
house?
weren't good enough. She had to go plane.
house!
She needed more fire power.
Matt. It is way too early for you to be busting
Yeah.
a nut over this.
Yeah, we have
it.
2
I'm
full
just-
chapters to get through, Matt.
Yeah, and you know, on the less nut busting level,
I meant the story. Also, you guys can fuck off too, but also mainly the story.
I mean, to be fair, if I weren't desensitized to it, I'd probably be busting a nut too.
Yeah.
but you gotta understand.
I can't.
I looked it up in the dictionary the other day. I found out we're actually mispronouncing Shattuck's name. I looked it up. You know, it said Shattuck, proper noun, son of Sonic Shadow, and it's actually Shaddick.
Oh.
But I think we should keep going the way it is. I just, transparency.
Right. Yeah.
You wouldn't do anything that could hurt him, would you?
Black Doom held the baby close to himself.
If you could, would you?
During the fight, didn't they shoot it at the baby?
Yeah.
Whatever. The fighter jet readied its weapons, locking on
house.
Black Doom. Black Doom's eyes widened as the plane locked onto him.
Wow,
Whoa.
good sentence. I love it.
I wonder if the plane was locking on.
That was a literal boomerang sentence.
yeah, it really
it's
came
tasty.
back.
It's zesty.
Yeah,
Just that
it's
one
a
missing
palindrome.
period just turned it into a palindrome, like
Of events.
not literally a
Boomerang
palindrome,
sentence.
but like meaning-wise, it's a
Yeah.
palindrome.
It's a boomerang sentence.
A metaphorical
palindrome.
palindrome.
You know,
of
honestly,
events,
Connor, I think hit the nail on the head right there. It is a boomerang sentence. It just
No.
goes
Also
somewhere
known
and
as-
comes right back.
Well, I mean, also a Kirby sentence. He comes right back at you.
Throwing another ball of energy, he started moving away. It flew out of the
I'm
house
getting
and
the
followed
fuck outta
him,
here.
firing its weapons. Oh, the plane! The
They
plane!
have a huge door. Okay?
Yeah.
Flew right out of the
Flew
door.
out the house.
So you remembered we were in a house.
An even better idea. Blaze can turn into a fighter jet that's the size of Blaze, so it's just a small jet.
Yeah.
It's a very
it fits
tiny
through
plane.
a regular door.
God damn it.
Why?
You know, the moment it transformed, that house should have just been destroyed. Like,
No, it's just a small
Why
plane.
did you
Tiny
do
plane.
this?
because.
Yeah.
I can't even. Like,
We don't have an answer to your question, Matt.
oh man, I'm picturing it in my head,
I
and the
have
more
an
I picture it in
answer.
my head, the worse it gets.
I can't. My brain won't even. It's like asking me to imagine a four-dimensional space. Like I am not.
I wish I was
not.
you, Bob. I wish that this was incomprehensible, but I'm seeing it in my mind,
Yeah.
and it's getting worse.
I mean, on my end, it's more like my brain is already at capacity, so I just don't have the space.
It's not accepting
Yeah.
new thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Haven't you ever seen those visualizations of 4D space?
Yeah, but like that's not like
Yeah, it's not
a plane
exactly. Yeah.
leaving through the front door.
Again, small plane, a little like 5 foot tall plane.
had to say it out
Going
loud.
this way through.
The alien growled in anger and tried to move away. The others he had freed from the asylum ran off when they saw the plane coming after them.
Why did he even
I
bring
didn't
them
sign
back?
up for this. I'm out.
Yo,
Guys,
this will
let
be
me
so
just
sign up
remind
for
you,
this.
this is the second invasion that Black Doom has basically called off.
Yeah, it's like,
The
yo,
second army he's brought that just fucked off.
yeah, let me bring an army. Let me see Blaze try to fight a whole army, and then everyone else just like runs away at the very start of the battle.
To be fair, they were
I'm
most likely
going to
just normal
die.
humans.
Yeah, they weren't expecting to be fighting a fighter jet, you know.
Yeah.
Normally, this would be a part where we would all wait for Matt to calm down, but I think I'm just probably going to power through.
Yeah.
And then when we hear Matt's laughter abruptly end, we'll know.
Yeah,
That he finally kicked the
I'll
bucket.
inject him
He's
with more of those
finally
horse
dead.
strengths, you know.
Oh my god!
Black Doom tried attacking it with his balls of dark energy, clutching
Wink.
Shattuck close to him. The plane dodged and continued to attack.
Evasive maneuvers.
Do a barrel roll.
Most of the shots missed, hitting the surrounding city instead.
Yay! Property damage.
How big are these
Probably
blasts?
people injured. I
You
mean,
know,
large.
I'm reminded of another story. It's like just like the ship fell and destroyed the city and all of the lands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely like the sense of scale here. The fact that the fact that a plane went through a doorway has ruined my sense of scale for this battle completely. If they hadn't included that one detail, like if they had started outside, my sense of
why didn't
scale
they
would
just
probably
start
be
outside?
basically. Well, now they are outside, but the fact that they started the scene.
That's what I'm saying. They could have just fought outside, and I wouldn't have to think about a fucking plane in
But
someone's
now the
house.
scale is all kinds of fuck.
It's either a small plane or a really big door.
Why
Also,
did the
yeah.
guys have to run away?
Listen, guys. Maybe Blaze and Silver before this were just living in a hangar. Who knows?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
that's
Yes,
right.
they could have been living in a hangar.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean,
kid
it
now.
makes sense as
A
much as
hangar in
anything
the
else.
middle of the city.
It makes
Well,
as much
yeah.
sense as
You say the middle of the
anything
city like there's
else.
anywhere else it could be. There's only one location.
I would put a
Station
hangar
Square.
at an airport.
No,
Station Square.
Station Square is the only place though.
Oh,
There's
I
no
see
other
what
place
you're
to
saying.
put a
Yeah,
hangar.
no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, then again, what's the point of like? Yeah, they wouldn't even have an airport because first of all, they have a train, which is good
Yeah,
enough. But also,
exactly.
There's nowhere to fly.
yeah, there's nowhere else to fly. So
You just fly. You take off and you turn
take
around.
off, circle, and then land.
Yeah,
Also,
like
I
pilot
do
wings. It's like
believe-
pilot wings.
Yeah, basically, it's
Also,
You
I
just
do
take off
believe-
and do something and land.
Also, I do believe that these shots that are missing and destroying the city instead are definitely adding to Sonic's already kind of large body count. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
No,
just
they
killing more
can't do
people.
this.
You
just keeps
maniacs! You
murdering.
blew it up. God damn you!
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna just start the
Power
paragraph
through.
over.
Or-
Most of the shots missed, hitting the surrounding city instead. Black Doom was doing his best to avoid them all, remembering how it had felt last time they hit. Okay, the attacks. Yeah. The sick I was thinking it was Black Doom's energy balls that were missing, but I guess
Yeah, that's what I
the
thought
sick
too.
feeling slammed into him full force again, and he stopped. He groaned and fell to the ground, holding his head in pain. This time, the shots did hit him. He roared in pain. Black Doom looked at the plane and snarled, still holding his head. The pain was unbearable. The pain, the pain, the pain.
The plane
pain
was
of the
unbearable.
The plane, the pain, the plane, the plane.
The very
Pain,
painful
pain, pain,
plane.
the band,
the
the
very
band, band,
painful
Yeah, but
plane.
this next sentence,
The plane
Bob.
hovered in place,
Yeah.
not daring to change back.
Plane
in the state he was
place.
in, Black Doom could seriously hurt it.
You're also
it
flying.
fired more weapons at the alien, hoping they would hit him.
Oh, fuck you.
I
Black
guess you have
Doom
no
looked up at
targeting
the sound,
systems.
unable to do anything about them. The bullet hit him, and he roared in pain.
Oh my god,
Here
shut the
comes
fuck
the
up!
pain, plane.
This actually is a lot like Ace Combat because that's how I play. I just fire a bunch of shots and hope to God I hit something.
And then the planes you hit roar in pain.
Yeah, pain, 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 and so much
Pain,
pain.
pain, pain, pain.
The
Black Doom flung-
brother.
Black Doom flung as much energy as he could in the direction of the plane. The plane dodged the blast and fired another missile. It hit
God!
Black Doom and he fell to the ground.
I hate this.
He fell
Then he
from the
looked at
ground to
plane
the ground.
and teleported away with Shatting.
Fuck
Why
off!
didn't he just teleport away immediately?
Because
He thought he could
maybe
take the
this
plane?
next paragraph will explain. I say,
Okay.
knowing that it won't. Blaze turned back to her normal form, frowning. Shattuck, being in the alien's hands, had her more worried than anything else. What else would you be worried
Find
about?
I mean,
him,
I don't know all the
track
fucking-
him down, kick his ass. You've done so twice.
I mean, to be
will
fair,
find
Bob,
him.
there
You know what,
are
this is
other
straight
things.
up-
There are other
this is-
things to worry about, and
This
those
is
being
straight up a Yohimune fight right here. The bad guy shows up, does a
Does
little
one
bit, and then he
thing.
just fucking leaves.
Well,
Just
in
finally.
Yoimune, the bad guy is winning when they just leave.
You're right.
Here, the bad
true.
guy is getting his ass kicked, but he allowed himself to get his ass kicked for like 5 minutes before just teleporting away.
He just shows up.
I
his
mean, that's
followers all
basically-
go away, and then he just fucking leaves. Like
That's
great,
basically
bye.
how. That's basically how my D&D fights go because I'm terrible at balancing battles. So I'll have like the villain who's supposed to be really tough show up. All my players are way overpowered. They kick his ass for a little bit, and then I'm like, "Oh no, it's not time for him to die." So they fuck
Yeah.
off because I'm a
Fucking
bad
leaves.
DM.
Damn.
She sighed and went inside.
I mean, wait, before you, because I did want to say there are other things to worry about, Bob. Shadow
city.
in the hospital, the destruction of the city, Silver still inside of Black Doom / Sonic. Like, there are other worries than
None of
this
that is
baby
relevant
being
right
kidnapped.
now.
Except,
Who gives a shit about any of that?
Also,
all of that stuff happened a while ago.
You know
Also,
who
the
doesn't give a
city-
shit about any of this stuff? The people
Yeah.
that wrote this.
Also, the city. When I say the city, I mean the city. The only city was destroyed. So Silver there in the hospital, or whoever was in the hospital, died.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you gotta maintain momentum while you have it.
Yeah.
She sighed and went inside. Blaze sat on the nearest chair and sighed again. She'd failed both Shadow and Silver.
Nearest chair.
Maybe do something.
All she could do now was hope Silver could finish his job. Blaze stood up and ran to the hospital to visit Shadow. Shadow don't look any different when she got there.
For a split second, I missed the Blaze turned back into her normal form, so I was just picturing a fucking plane going back in their house and
Yeah.
sighing.
A little Harrier jet just hovering its way in.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
You know,
Size.
well, two things. One, I like the idea of her just going to the nearest inside and finding the nearest chair. She didn't even go back home.
No, she
And
just
two, Tails was never confirmed dead, you know? Like,
I mean-
why are you forgetting about him?
No, not forgetting.
Ignoring
Nobody
him?
cares.
To fuck him, okay? Never, okay.
Hey, Tails is my favorite character outside of Julie Sue.
She sighed and saw the doctor walk in.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Doctor, right?
Asshole
Doctor,
doctor.
yeah.
Doctor.
She'll wake up in a week, but she won't be the same. Shadow will be confined to a wheelchair with life support.
The ultimate life form.
The ultimate life support.
So she's been improving? The doctor nodded. That's great news. Blaze looked at Shadow with a smile. I'll be there for her.
I'll be there for you. These 5 words, I swear
knew
to
you
you.
were going
When the
to,
rain
yeah.
starts to fall. Yeah.
Yeah, I also knew that's where you were
Yeah.
going to go.
Wow.
She looked at Shadow and stroked her face. The doctor smiled and left the room.
All right, I got better shit to be doing. Bye.
Well, bye.
Seems like you've got a handle on things, so I'm going to just fuck off. A week later, Blaze came in to pick Shadow up. She was in a wheelchair and looked at Blaze, not recognizing
just
her.
skipped to 1 week later.
Also, just a week passes, and I guess Blaze doesn't make any attempt to do something about this thing
right.
that she is most worried about.
Nah, man.
No, Sonic got away. She failed Silver and Shadow. There's nothing she
Can't
can
fix
do.
your
Wait.
mistakes. Can't
Everyone
do
knows that
anything
when
about
you
that.
have something that's weighing heavily on your mind, you give it a week and see if it gets better on its own.
Right. Yeah.
You'll find a different problem to
I've been
solve.
doing that with my work for like 4 weeks now.
And, like, that's what I
yeah.
did when my son got kidnapped.
Right.
And that was, like, 2-3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing that for my life for like however old I am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was me agreeing that that's what you've been doing.
I mean, we're all well aware.
Yeah, an open secret.
She was in a wheelchair and looking at Blaze, not recognizing her. Shadow had a feeding tube in her mouth and was on life support.
Feeding tube in her mouth.
Blaze had a look of sympathy on her face and stroked the hedgehog's cheek.
All his cheeks.
I'm going to look after you from now on. The hedgehog continued to look at her.
I thought he was about to read the hedgehog. Continue to look after her from now
What's
on.
wrong with her? Other than needing life support. The doctor hesitated.
She has brain damage.
Blaze took a breath and let it out slowly. How much?
It's pretty bad.
How much of her
I
brain
don't think there's
is
any
damaged?
good brain damage.
On a
But
scale of 1 to 10, how much brain damage?
How much? Like, what's the percentage on that brain damage?
Also, for the record, I just looked up feeding tube, and yeah, a lot of them are given not through the mouth. Because it's, kind of the point. When it says it's in the mouth, it sounds like a big straw that they just suck food through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, yeah. If
I
you-
was going to say, because I was like, you guys all like hung the lampshade. I was like, there's no way. Like, don't feeding tubes not go into your mouth? And yet, some of them do, but a lot of them are for people who can't consume food by mouth. So it sounds like a
I
big
guess
fucking
she's
straw.
paralyzed.
It sounds like a big fucking straw.
Slurp,
I
slurp.
mean, she has brain damage, and it's pretty bad. So
Yeah, to quote the
So
doctor.
she probably can't, probably can't chew or swallow on her own.
To quote the doctor here, it's pretty bad.
I think that statement will stand the test of time.
Can you cut
His
that
eyes
out?
widened.
Can you cut that one part out, and then anytime anything in this story happens, and like, what do we think of this?
Yeah, I'll just
It's
copy
pretty
paste
bad.
it, whatever.
Just make that quote our new channel banner.
It's pretty
It
bad.
applies to everything we do. It's pretty bad.
Blaze's eyes widened, and she looked at Shadow. Is that why she doesn't seem to recognize me?
Is she even
why
awake
is
right
Blaze
now?
an asshole as well now?
I don't know. I just really like this asshole doctor, asshole
yeah.
Blaze dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that Blaze is trying to be a bit more sober now that she has somebody to look after like that. I mean, she didn't do that for the baby, but
Yeah.
so
Now she's at the hospital going to get that medical marijuana card renewed.
The doctor nodded. Blaze sighed and took Shadow home. When she got there, she showed Shadow around.
remember
She felt
this house?
pity
I mean,
for-
you probably don't.
Yeah. She felt pity for Shadow. The hedgehog didn't deserve this at her age.
At another
Yeah, if she was older.
What age of hedgehog would deserve this?
I don't know. Give her a couple years or so. I'd
Yeah.
say she deserves
Yeah.
this.
I'd say maybe like
10
30 or
years.
up. 30 or up, and I'm like, yeah.
No one should.
Yeah, you
Oh,
deserve
you think
this.
it's when you're older? I thought if you were a
Oh,
baby,
you're
you
saying
could
like
just be in a coma.
very, very young, you deserve this, and
Yeah.
then you grow out
Right,
of it.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
grow
something
out
you
of deserving this.
You never grow out of the brain damage, but you do grow out of deserving the brain damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Blaze looked over at Shadow when she thought she heard her say something. Shadow? She asked. What did you say? Shadow looked over at the cat.
Oh God, I finally have a line again. Holy shit.
Yeah, can you add brain damage here?
Please don't. Please don't.
Please don't. Don't actually.
I wasn't going to. I also don't think I could.
Yeah. We'll just use the brain damage filter on Audacity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that classic Audacity filter.
Love that one.
All right, let me see. I haven't done this voice in weeks. I need to get it back. Shit. Give me a second.
Really.
Yeah. So we go from damn to damn. Got it. I'm bored.
She repeated. Blaze's eyes widened.
Dang.
You can speak!
You have brain
I
damage.
know that's not how that was written.
Yeah, this
I'm
is.
really loving this whole Blaze being an asshole thing. Shadow stared at her blankly. The cat frowned as she saw Shadow stare at her. The feeding tube was still in her mouth.
Slurp, slurp.
Hey, stop chewing in your feeding tube.
I didn't realize you could survive entirely off of 7-Eleven Slurpees, but there you go.
Shadow is talking with the feeding tube in her mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, if it really is just a straw, you can talk with that in your mouth.
I guess.
I guess
Blaze
it's not
sighed.
down to her stomach. It's just
Blaze
a
sighed
tube
and
that she
wheeled-
sucks food out of.
Yeah, I mean, she's trying to suck a ham sandwich through the straw. It's not going. It's not going well. Blaze sighed and wheeled Shadow into her room. Shadow looked around the room in curiosity. She frowned and slumped further in her wheelchair. The life support monitor continued to beep. Connor, can I get the beeping going on?
Beep. Beep.
Blaze frowned and kneeled beside her. Yeah, I could add beeping in post, but I'm gonna have Connor do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything else. Just loop that. I gave you enough beeps.
Yeah, you gave me enough.
That's all you get from me.
Yeah. For the rest of the story,
I mean, I
just
do
do
like the
that.
idea that the beeps are still continuing, so Connor speaks while Connor is
Connor's
also
speaking
beeping.
over his beeping. Yeah, no, the beeping is still happening now.
Or well,
Hell
I guess
yeah.
I can do, along with the beeps, I guess I can do.
Yeah. You're a true fan if you survive the rest of this episode. All that shit happening in the background.
Shadow, can you not do that?
Can I see it one last time?
Can I see her one last time?
Thank you.
Rest in peace. Peace?
Rest in
These
peace.
nuts.
Card in the corner. Yeah.
Thank you. It'll be okay, Shadow, she told the hedgehog. I'm here. Shadow looked at her with non-recognition.
Ah, the classic look of
I'm not
non-recognition.
recognizing you.
That is my exact reaction. Just
Yeah, pretty much. Even if you don't remember me, Blaze gave the hedgehog a smile. Just let me know if there's anything you need. Shadow nodded hesitantly.
Dang. Where? Shattuck.
She said. You remember him? The happiness Blaze felt at the words quickly evaporated. Sonic has him.
And it's kind of my fault, I guess.
I'm just sorry.
Yeah, I guess I could have done something, but you know. Who?
His father. Shadow frowned and fell silent once again. Is something wrong, Shadow? The hedgehog looked at her, staring into space. No, not staring into space.
She's looking
She's
at
looking
her.
at her.
I'm looking through you.
Unless Blaze now had a space
Serum. You
Space
got it.
serum.
Space
Oh,
serum.
Fuck.
Yeah, she is now
She
space.
can turn into a plane. She can turn into space.
She
Yeah.
can
Oh,
like
fuck.
not like outer space or any dumb. No, just physical space. She just becomes empty space.
yeah, a
Yeah,
copy of
the
the
house
album
gets
Space.
slightly larger.
Whoa.
And now it's larger on the inside. Holy shit.
Blaze sighed. I'll be in the house if you need anything else. I guess you'll be outside.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now that Shadow's pretty much a vegetable, you got to just put her out in the garden.
Put her out in the garden, yeah.
Planter.
With the
right
other
there.
vegetables. Shadow said nothing and Blaze left the room. The hedgehog stared after her.
All right, what you have to
Can I just
understand,
say-
Bob, they built a wing to the house, but they forgot to attach it, so it's a room by itself.
It's amazing to me how this is exactly how Shadow treated Sonic when Sonic was catatonic.
Yes.
Damn.
It all comes full circle.
Dang.
Yeah. It can either
Well,
be
I'll
like
be around.
Yeah.
Bye.
It can either be like an intentional piece of irony or just be done by the same authors.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably category 2.
Yeah. But that was
I'm not
really
sure.
I don't know how to describe it, but that was really selective on Shadow's part. You know, Shadow was like catatonic and not doing anything except for some select few moments where she responded to like certain things and then was just like, nah, I'm not going to respond anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you have to draw the line.
yeah, that's all I'll say because I don't want to be like offensive or whatever.
Guys, chapter 22. And this has the most exciting chapter title I've ever fucking seen.
Whoa.
The new ultimate life form.
They made
Oh,
another
hell yeah.
one.
yeah.
I mean, to be
If
fair,
Shadow is so great, how come they haven't made Shadow 2?
Yeah, well,
I
see,
mean, I
there's a
guess
certain
they're
flaw
doing
to
it
your
now.
thinking there, Matt. The first Shadow has to be good.
Sonic
Classic
remained
jokes.
in the form of Black Doom once he had teleported back to the Ark. His wounds were in need of healing. The alien looked at himself and closed his eyes. No, he didn't look at himself. He had his eyes closed. Summoning chaos energy to heal his
Also,
wounds.
eyes, he only has... Oh, no, wait, he has more.
has 3,
Never mind.
yeah.
He has 3, yeah.
He could
I
still
was thinking
feel
of
the
the, I
centipede.
was thinking of the tentacly thing that follows you. That only has the 1.
Yeah. Actually, that's part of his head.
Yeah, his third eye like leaves his head and follows Shadow
So
around. It's
fucking
weird.
cool.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He could still feel the centipede migrating towards his brain.
Now imagine that with
Well,
a
he's still
centipede in
doing
it.
that.
Yeah, it's
I wanna
migration.
imagine
It
Black
takes a
Doom, but
long
Black Doom
time.
has a centipede in him.
If he knew how to stop that, he would do it in an instant. Ignoring the centipede, Black Doom focused on healing himself. It was done in a few minutes. Black Doom looked from the...
Ding.
Black
Let me step in my
looked around
healing microwave.
Yeah.
Black Doom looked around the Ark and saw Shattuck. He sighed, wondering... Wait, right, okay. He sighed, wondering if there was some way to advance his aging.
I mean, considering that he is wondering this, the answer is probably yes.
What do you mean he looked around the Ark? He was holding Shattuck. Did Shattuck like teleport across the room during the teleportation?
Oh, yeah, that or like...
Whatever.
I mean,
Small
it's not even
potatoes.
like looking around the Ark. Like the Ark is a station.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
I don't know where he's looking.
mind.
Like, did he search the Ark or did he just
Look
look
around,
around the room?
the
Those
room
are
he's
very
in.
different things.
Oh, geez, I really hope Shattuck didn't get teleported into space. That would have sucked. Shattuck, where are you? Yeah, I don't know.
My boy.
I love that you did that voice for Black Doom, even though you do the voice for
Yeah,
Black
I
Doom.
don't want to confuse people. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, also,
We
you know,
might
that-
actually think that it was in the story.
also
Honestly,
a voice...
it could be.
Also, a voice like that is hell on your throat, so I don't blame
That's true,
anybody
yeah.
for trying to
Also-
not do it too much.
Also, I really want to see what happens here.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something in the Ark.
He said. Black Doom picked up the baby and brought him with him, looking for anything useful.
Just
Then
anything.
he chuckled as an idea came to him. He would recreate Shattuck as the ultimate life form. But to do that, he would have to kill his son first.
Why?
What?
Holding Shattuck up in front of him, he gave the baby hedgehog a smile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That-
kill
I'm just
you, you
gonna-
cute
Wait
little
a
son of a
minute.
bitch.
That's isn't that exactly what what's his face says to Logan before he turns him into Wolverine? In X-Men Origins, doesn't he say that?
At least similar, yeah.
Yeah, because he'll say like, "We're going to make you like the whatever, but to do that, we'll have to kill you first." Like, yeah, he took that directly from X-Men Origins.
Nice.
You'll become the new ultimate life form.
Suddenly the chapter title is a lot less exciting.
Is it? I
I
don't
thought
know
they were
if
gonna
it's
make
any
Shadow
different.
2, but instead they're just gonna...
He put Shattuck in the same pod that Shadow had been He put Shattuck in the same pod that Shadow had been created in and started
God.
the process.
The process of just
And he hit the
Nice
big
and
red button.
specific.
They're really doing this, aren't they?
There's a big red ultimate life form button that I just need to press.
Let
Yeah,
me
just
see
press the
here,
button, and there
in
we
case
go.
of needing ultimate life
Oh,
form.
Let me
First
turn this
search-
dial from slightly ultimate to completely
No, let me turn this dial
ultimate.
from life form to ultimate life form.
Ultimate life form, yeah.
No.
Passing super life form and
Shitty
cool,
life
like,
form,
shitty
no.
life form.
Decent, no. Pretty good life form. Ultimate life form. There we
And now
go.
let me put these eggs in the boiler. Set the
You
timer.
should have gone up for the Uber life score, life
mean-
form that's right above ultimate. You know,
I mean, the thing also is that I guess this just, this machine just requires an input of a life form to then make that life form ultimate.
Yeah, it's just an upgrade machine.
Yeah, well, you see,
And
it goes
unfortunately,
like this.
guys, it's one way.
Yeah.
Oh, just like gender
Unfortunately,
change.
it'll
man,
be
I
ultimate
can't
forever.
de-ultimate my life form
Yeah.
afterwards. That sucks.
Yeah, you grab a
Well,
hold of the.
if you started with an ultimate life form and you put it in the machine, you could then crank them down to decent.
You could
That's
degrade
true.
it.
But you can never go back up. So, what you do is you grab the dial, and it's set on, like, regular life form. You set it to better life form, awesome life form, ultimate life form, and then Viper the Rapper.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
That's only been done once, and no one will ever need to do it again.
Exactly, yeah.
1 million vipers, only one viper.
Black Doom stood back and watched over it, making sure nothing went wrong. It would take a few days, he knew. The alien
days.
Gotta
injected his
stand there
blood.
for a few days and watch.
The alien injected his blood into Shattuck's body. Once the process was complete, he moved back. He
Back
really
what?
did just
Back
stand
where?
there for a few days.
Also,
he
that is
stood there for
proof
a
that he
few days.
completely
Check
just
it out.
stole that line because it makes sense for Wolverine. It doesn't make sense for what's happening here.
Yeah.
He's not
He
being killed first or anything close to it.
Yeah.
That didn't happen at all.
Yeah,
He
just
just
put it
stole
in
the
a
line
pod.
without thinking about what it fucking meant.
Put him in a pod, inject
I'm
him with
noticing a
some
trend
Black
here.
Doom blood.
I'm noticing a trend here.
He had to keep this room safe. Black Doom smiled with glee. I'm still struggling to imagine Black Doom smiling.
Yeah.
I'm still
Once
struggling to imagine
Shattuck-
Black Doom with a centipede in him.
Once Shattuck became the next ultimate life form, nothing could stop them.
Nothing.
2 weeks later, Black Doom went in to see if it was complete.
I'm just
wonder-
gonna say right now, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and point this out. Nothing has been able to stop them so far. I don't know if he's noticed this, but it's not like anything's been able to stop him so far.
Even the centipede that's still in him that I guess is still
Still hasn't
taking its
stopped him.
sweet ass time to take
He
to
went
get
to
to his
he went to
brain.
insane asylum land twice and broke out with ease. He's fought a bunch of battles and he's had like zero problems. He healed himself instantly as soon as he got back here. I
Well,
think
it took
he's
a
good.
few minutes. It took a few minutes.
I think
Well,
he's
maybe-
good. I don't think he needs any more help.
No,
I
no,
think
Black
he's good.
Doom hid behind cover, and the ketchup disappeared off the screen, and now
Oh yeah,
he's
he
better.
wiped the ketchup off. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that in the 2 weeks that Shattuck was growing in the pod, nobody came to attack Black Doom.
Yeah,
no.
nobody.
It was an uneventful 2 weeks of just hanging out on the station alone.
Oh.
and like,
Well,
I
I mean, he
was,
was watching him the whole time.
and like I was trying to point out, like Silver the centipede is still taking its sweet ass time to get to his brain.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
still
he's
going.
very small.
Yeah.
Progress to a
Very
body is very slow, and every time he changes forms, he gets all lost.
Yeah. Where am I now?
Yeah.
Like imagine this, yeah. I tell you, you start at one end of town and walk to the other, and as you do, the town keeps changing between two different towns.
Yeah,
That's
keep
a good
switching
point,
back and
actually.
forth. Yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, the general direction where the place I'm trying to get is still the same.
Here's the
Still
thing.
up.
Silver's climbing up Black Doom, gets to the head, and then turns out Black Doom's biology, his asshole is like right near his head. And so then he changes back to Sonic, and suddenly Silver's like way down at Sonic's butthole. And he starts moving towards Sonic's head again. Boom, changes again. Now Black Doom is like, his biology's completely different. He keeps getting lost.
Dang.
I believe
Yeah.
I quote Adam Savage when I say it's scientific.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, Black Doom went in to see if it was complete. A full-grown Shattuck stood in the pod, his eyes closed. Black Doom smirked and opened it. Shattuck opened his eyes and got out, looking at Black Doom.
I just like. I say I like. I don't know why I always use the word like when I don't like it. But
Oh, I do that too. I do that too so much.
yeah, but
Well,
like,
I know what I do. I say that things are funny. You know, it's kind of funny how, and it's like something that's not funny.
yeah,
Which is
exactly. Like, and
interesting.
I have that with the word like. Anyway, Black Doom was like, I wonder if there's anything to age Shattuck up so we don't have to deal with a baby anymore. And hey, surprise, there it is.
Yeah, just look
right
left.
there,
Oh,
huh?
there it is.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like the
like-
room of requirement. This is the world of requirement. Anything you need is just right there waiting for
It's
you.
just
You look-
there.
You just need to go get it. Just grab it. Just find it. It's there. Don't worry about it.
Who are you?
He asked.
Father.
Father.
Literally.
Yeah.
Father. He's
Yeah,
the father, baby.
throw that up on the screen. It's from a WikiHow that we never did because it wasn't that funny, but the picture's funny.
Oh,
Good
God, I don't know
picture.
if I'll be able to find it. You're gonna.
I have the picture.
Oh, okay, cool.
Black
Who are
Doom.
You are the one who created me.
The alien nodded.
I am your father.
Thanks.
Shattuck nodded and looked around the room.
Where are we?
The Ark. This is where you were created. I
Right
have
here, in this
plans for the
room.
people of Earth, and I want you to help me.
Guys, do you think he's just gonna dismiss him as soon as he shows up? They're gonna
do you mean?
they're gonna land on Earth and he's gonna be like, "All right, I'm calling you off,
Matt.
Shattuck."
Oh, I see. Like the invasion is like, hey.
Also,
Never
he's a
mind.
baby.
Third invasion in a row.
See
He's
you
just gonna
back at
dismiss
home,
his
son.
soldiers.
All right. So was this like when they made Blanca in Street Fighter the movie? Like, has he had a bunch of knowledge pumped into his brain? Because like, how does he not know what Earth is? How would he know what Earth is? He was a baby.
I guess so. It
does
aged
he
him
know
up and
speech?
also gave him all the knowledge and stuff.
Yeah, they blanket him.
Also, does this mean that Sonic is now Shattuck's double dad? Because he is like both his dad, as in, you know, he impregnated Shadow and Shattuck was born, but now also like in the way that, you know, Black Doom is Shadow's dad. Does that mean that Shattuck is now simultaneously Shadow's son and also her brother?
I'm
Give
gonna.
me a few
take a
minutes to
moment
figure
to
out,
think about
like,
this.
make all the connections, and then I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I wish YouTube still had polls.
Yeah, so you could ask. I mean, people leave in the comments. What do you guys think?
I wish I could right click and hit stats for nerds, and it would tell me what the hell.
What the fuck this story's about?
Yeah. But no. Okay. What do I need to do? A father.
Bob.
Black Doom chuckled evilly and began to hit his son.
What?
What?
Why not?
Shattuck was startled by the sudden abuse, unsure of what he had done to
The
deserve it.
steel donut was startled by the sudden abuse.
Yeah.
Unsure of what we have done to deserve this.
I was gonna say, like, Matt, when you ask, like, what's he gonna do first? Dismiss him. I was gonna be like, no, it's worse, man. It's just like, what do I do? Punch.
Kill.
Pretty much.
Thrill.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have little Chow versions of us with question marks over their heads. Any requests as far as like if anybody doesn't want a question mark?
Can I have the little twirly thing that signifies pain?
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Can I get the eggplant and sweat drop emojis?
Sure.
I'll trust you on
While
this.
I'm here taking requests.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll trust you on this.
If you want to help me, then you must know pain.
Oh, so it is like
Okay.
Frieza.
Weird.
This fucking
Weird
weird
thing to
ass
say.
scene, and right in the middle of it, a then is like,
Yep.
Dude, like, this is literally what they did to Frieza, though.
oh yeah. Black Doom yelled, continuing to hit his son. Shattuck understood. This was a lesson.
Oh, I understand.
I hate
Still,
this.
still,
Makes sense now.
guys, Shattuck's got a hot take here. Still, he didn't like this abuse.
Oh my
Closing his
god.
eyes tight, he tried to endure it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh, you didn't like it. Okay,
I hate
all right.
this a lot. I hate this a
Really?
lot. Holy shit.
You know
how
what?
much I hate
Shattuck
this.
pulled out a classic. I didn't like it.
This is handled just about as poorly as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
Just
I
about as
know
well
what
as
you're
the
talking about.
rest
This
of
is
everything
probably
else that's been handled in the story.
this is probably the best addressing of abuse I've ever seen. I mean, it's like, you've got this, and then in second place, like, I don't know, like Songs to Scream at the Sun. That's like, Mm-hmm. But I mean, you can't get any better than that. He understood, but he didn't really like it. I'm not feeling.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
The steel donut
I pulled out
like
a legitimate.
this.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
didn't
go ahead
like
and go in the corner for that, too. The minutes felt like hours. Once Black Doom was finished, he looked at his son. Cuts and bruises were all over his body. Shattuck was laying on the floor, whimpering. His wounds weren't enough to kill him.
Oh, yeah, I made this ultimate life form
pretty
to help me
counterproductive.
Yeah, it's like I made this ultimate life form to help me rule the earth, and then I accidentally murdered him.
Accidentally? No, this
His
is
On
wounds-
purpose, killed him.
His wounds weren't enough to kill him, but Black Doom was certain they were enough to help him.
I hate
Holy
this.
crap.
I hate
Black
this.
Man,
a lot.
This is just like the scene in Upgrade where he's interrogating the guy, remember? And like he asks Stem to like, do whatever he has to do, and then afterwards he's like, he'll answer any question you ask now.
Black Doom chuckled and turned back into Sonic, looking at his son.
Oh, I'm glad Sonic returns to this story.
Yeah.
I didn't hurt you too badly, did I?
Did I do that?
Why did you chuckle before you asked that question? Sonic
Real
leaned
funny
over
question.
him as he asked. Shattuck looked up at him.
No, father. I understand it was to teach me a lesson.
Sonic nodded, laughing gleefully.
Good. You're a fast learner, like your mother.
Oh, I hate this so much.
My mother? What are you talking
Mom.
about? I wasn't born, just
Mom.
created.
Never mind.
Sonic gave him a kick.
For good measure, I guess.
Okay.
Get up.
Shattuck whimpered and nodded, looking at his father.
What happened to you? What happened to your arm?
Wait,
Long story,
wait,
bud.
does he not have arms in Black Doom?
He has
He turned
arms
back
like
to
Black
Sonic.
Doom.
He
He
transformed
transformed
Okay.
back into Sonic.
Yeah.
Right,
Now he no
but
longer has them.
he never got arms back.
So that
Nope.
for sure confirms that when Sonic is Sonic, he does
is
not have
armless.
arms, and
Yes.
when he's other forms, he does have arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all those times
Okay.
Sonic did shit, and we were like, "How did he do that without arms?"
He
and we were like,
definitely
"Maybe he
didn't have
just
arms.
maybe he just
Yeah.
had them back." No,
He
does not have them
definitely
back.
didn't. Yeah.
No, you can totally
not
shit
have
without
them back.
arms.
Sonic glared at him.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. That's none of your business.
That's none of your beeswax. Sorry.
Sonic was still glaring at him, though he didn't hit him again.
Not a bad guy all around. A D+.
Don't do it again. If it's something you need to know, I'll tell you.
Yes, a father.
You're gonna enjoy saying that every time he says father.
Oh, I'm
yes.
enjoying it for sure.
I'm hella
Shattuck's-
enjoying this.
Shattuck said, hoping that Sonic wouldn't hit him again.
Thanks.
Sonic nodded.
Now come along. We have some work to do.
Shattuck hesitated
Of course.
and followed him. Sonic walked through the arc, thinking over his plans. Now that Shattuck was complete, he could get revenge on everyone on Earth.
That's
See
very
here,
true.
I think I'll have
Including-
Shattuck accompany me down to Earth, and then I'll send him right back up to the Ark, and I'll just fight all by myself again.
Including those who had locked him away. He chuckled and
Didn't you
teleported
kill
down
those
to
people?
You've already
where
killed
else?
everyone who locked him.
Station Square, looking for
yeah.
Blaze and Shadow.
Yeah, he's
killed
gonna
the
take
ones that locked
revenge.
him away
He's gonna
already.
take revenge on everyone in Station Square. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, a wave of pain entered his head, and he groaned, vomiting up blood.
Oh my god, this centipede's been there for 2 weeks!
Sonic looked down at it in disgust, starting to get back up before vomiting again.
Blah. Yeah.
Good sound effect.
Just think of that scene from Team America.
Yeah.
Dad, what's wrong?
Shattuck asked.
I think it's the centipede.
Oh, really?
What centipede?
Yeah, what centipede? Come on.
It's a
Tell
long
me all
story.
about the centipede.
Sonic looked at him.
It's the longest of stories. It only happened like 4 chapters ago, but it's still the
I feel like
longest
it happened
of stories.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Feel like my great grandfather told me about the fucking centipede.
Hey, but guys, remember, the centipede said nothing.
It's a story. It's a story passed down for generations.
I think the centipede said nothing will go down in history as one of my favorite
Yeah, a
quotes
lot of people
all
don't
time.
know this, but
Yeah.
Arfie started as an oral tradition before being transcribed.
Yeah, on 12 stone tablets.
There's a centipede inside my body. It's been causing all kinds of problems and killing me.
Well, I guess that is a problem.
That's the
That
problem.
is definitely a problem, yeah. I can see that would be a problem.
It's slightly
Causing all kinds
problematic.
of problems. For
Like
example,
death.
killing me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen,
And
there's
also,
many
it
symptoms.
always
One of
leads-
them
Not
is
even
death.
for example. It's been causing all kinds of problems and killing me.
Yeah. For instance, it never turns the lights out when it leaves the room.
What the heck is that? Also, it's killing me. Unrelated.
Yeah. Always tries to worm its way out of doing the dishes and also killing me.
Also killing me.
Sometimes I get a mild headache, and I'm dying from that.
Pisses all over the toilet seat, killing me.
Literally, actually.
This centipede, ever since it's moved in, it has not pulled its weight around here. Also, it's killing
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't pay rent.
Does not
do
pay
anything.
rent.
Yeah.
Eats all my fucking food,
Also
including
killing
all
me.
of my internal organs. It's eating them.
Will only listen to Puddle of Mud. Jesus Christ, it's 2020. And
The year
killing
of
me.
our Lord.
Honestly, the more it plays Puddle of Mud, the more I wishes it would just get it over with and kill me.
Yeah.
Just so it can kill me. Which, let me remind you, it is
It
doing.
is.
It's been taking its sweet ass time, but believe me, it's killing me.
Good things come to those who wait, I guess.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good. Holy shit.
Shattuck's eyes widened.
My eyes kind of widen too. When will you?
I don't know.
It's been taking a long time. Could be any day now.
It's been fucking weeks.
Literally weeks.
He could have just had chronic migraines.
Yeah.
And vomiting.
Chronic mind pains, as I call
Yeah.
That's
it.
what I have.
The ultimate life form looked away. He didn't like the thought of his father dying.
Wow.
Sonic looked at the ground again, wondering if he was done vomiting. What a dick.
It really is the scene from Team America.
The
All right,
feeling
let's
didn't
see.
surface again, so he started into the city. Shattuck followed him. Once they got into the city, Sonic clutched his head, somehow, in pain and fell to the
With
ground,
his feet, yeah.
yeah, vomiting up more blood. The pain he felt was like something was eating away at his brain.
Oh, hey, finally, Silver, you're there.
Shattuck looked over at him in alarm as Sonic screamed. More blood came up and ended his scream as Shattuck watched in horror.
Dad.
He rushed up to him.
What's wrong?
Sonic said nothing, just clutched his head as blood ran down his nose, staining his face in it.
Bad.
Clutched his
That
head
staining
with his
Yeah,
feet.
with his feet.
also
That is
staining his face in it makes it sound like the blood is getting like on the floor and he's just rubbing his face in it.
Yeah, you see, I had to drop a straight up Connor bad on that.
Yeah, that really was just bad. I think that might be Connor's most vicious.
Yeah.
Like, whenever, if you hear Connor, if you're listening to us covering your story and Connor just says bad in response to something you wrote, you know you fucked up.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
not
it's
even
great
going
'cause-
to attempt to write, like, just bad.
Well, it works for best for those sentences where it's just so obvious how wrong it is.
Yeah, it's like, no, not even necessary that we explain what's wrong with it. It's
Like-
just stupid and bad.
Not even like it doesn't even have to be like some super filled with misspellings like Yoaimu thing. Sometimes you see a sentence like that, clutched at his head, his blood ran down his nose, staining his face, and you're just like bad. You just fucked that up.
I mean, to be fair, that is something that has happened to me recently where I was reading something and I heard Connor in my head saying bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you clutched your head as blood ran down your nose, staining your face in it in real life.
I mean, that happened as well.
Well, I mean, here's the thing that happened in real life. I mentioned it in the vlogs for the trip from last year. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. I don't know. The months are just flying by. But we were staying at Robert's house, and then in the middle of the night, I heard Connor start talking, and at first I thought he was talking to me, but actually he was sleep talking, and in fact I heard him sleep riffing. There were pauses for him to react to something. Like, I heard him do a voice, and he said, and I quote, "Hold on, I've got to get the voice again." Then he did a voice reading a nonsense sentence, and in the dream he was having, he's sleep talking, and then there was a pause, and then he said, "No, it's more like," and then described what was wrong with the sentence. And I'm sitting there, like trying to fall asleep, thinking, Jesus, this is maybe we need to take a break.
That's dedication, my dude.
This is so fucking real.
I obviously don't remember any of that dream, so.
See, I don't know if I sleep talk, but I know I've definitely, I always have the most mundane dreams. Like, I've spent entire shifts at work and then woken up and had to go to work. And I have had dreams where we just sit at our computer and fuck around and riff things.
Yeah, I've had sleep riffs too.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
that's a real
missing out.
Matt just dreams about all the YouTube channels he wishes existed.
Yeah.
That's just And then remember, I found that one channel, that guy who did reviewed the game shows, who was totally someone who escaped from your dream, because he was on a spaceship.
Oh, God.
Shoutouts to that guy, whoever the hell he is.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but big ups.
The fucking shuffling kid.
Way ups, because he's got to get to space. Sorry, that was about as dad joke as I get. All right. Okay. Shattuck stared at it, feeling his panic rising.
Should I get help?
There's nothing you can do.
It's no use.
Sonic said weakly.
I have to let you die in front of me.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Please, yes, somebody.
I would appreciate
I love
it.
Sonic's reaction. Sonic shrugged.
I don't know, I guess.
Oh, man.
If you want to.
I don't know. I guess that's your call, I guess.
Yeah, like,
I don't
do
know.
what
I'm not
you
very
gotta
good at
do,
this
man.
whole,
Like,
thing.
I'm
They
not
lost.
your dad, except I am.
Yeah.
Twice.
They lock eyes and it starts to
Your double
crossfade, and
dad.
you hear like a song come in, and it's like, "Walk away if you want to. It's okay if you need to."
Shattuck, please walk away for the love of God.
He was sweating and shaking badly, coughing up more blood. The insane hedgehog stood up weakly and transformed into Black Doom. Shattuck watched, ready to help him if he needed to.
Also, I like that reminder. Sonic is insane, in fact. Did you know?
Right.
Is he? Oh, okay. All right, now I know. Thanks.
Yeah. And this answer is going to cut you all off at the pass of, like, why didn't he just, I don't know, stay in Black Doom form? If he keeps going to
know, it's,
Sonic form, dying more, than going back into Black Doom form to not die.
Also, I forgot about it, so I guess the reason he did that is a reason for insanity.
Right.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'll do a better one next time.
I'm immortal in this form,
Yeah,
Black Doom said.
we know.
but I still feel weak.
Maybe that's because you're a little bitch.
God, Yella.
Didn't know Yellow would be the one to say that.
I'm sorry. I really dislike this character.
Yella
You
just
might
picked
have
up his
noticed.
he picked up his Zippo and his can of aerosol and just boom, burned him up.
For some reason in my head, I imagined you were saying that he was doing whippets with his can of aerosol. I'm like, how does that relate to what he said?
No, it's like in Blood, where that's one of the weapons.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Man, Blood is such a fucking good game.
It's amazing, yes.
He coughed and started to sweat again. The pain in his head was getting worse. Black Doom moved a hand to his head. Nothing would help him. He knew that. But he had some things he had to do.
How about you just don't? You don't have to. Just don't. You don't have to. Really, please just don't.
It's like that fucking comedian who's just like, oh, I'd like to kill myself, but I'm just way too busy.
Yeah.
I gotta pick up the kids, and then, like, there's
time.
this project to work on at work. Oh, do what?
Yeah.
Come on, Shattuck.
Shattuck nodded and followed his father, still thinking about when he would die.
Hopefully soon.
I'm still thinking about that. Black Doom looked around the city, deciding what the first order of business should be. He chuckled, deciding to pay the hospital a visit. He turned back into Sonic. Why? As Shattuck followed him.
You said you had to see Black Doom stupid die because you're immortal.
It was time to see Tails.
Oh shit!
Oh my god,
Tails is still alive.
Because the centipede's gonna destroy your brain because you won't be immortal anymore.
Nah, man, it was time to see Tails.
What is
happening? This is as good a time as ever to bring back those fucking Shao.
Yeah. Man. It's like every 2 chapters it comes back to where it started. We ended the last video with, Sonic going to, I don't know, do his business and fight or kill someone. And we're ending this video with him doing the same thing. After making no headway on the first one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Join us next time where, after all of these fucking lies, we finally get truth.
Thanks for watching, and as usual, an extra special thanks to our Platinum D-Hole patrons, Dr. Faust, ODST795, Polly Hebert, and Stannis the Manus. Joining the Patreon gets you perks at every level, starting at just $1. That link, along with the link to our public Discord server, can be found right below the like button in the doobly-doo. Stay safe, and happy Pride Month.